We are now joined by Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 45 2311 Racing Toyota and pole sitter for tomorrow's EchoPark Automotive Grand Prix. Before we get to questions, Tyler, can you just take us through your lap there?
Yeah, all in all, it felt like it was hard for anybody in the field today to have a perfect lap. Certainly wasn't that for me, but hit the right areas that matter the most, and fortunately put together a pretty good lap that was able to hold on there. Certainly didn't know, the 9 and some of the other cars, the capability of rerunning a good time, what that was going to look like. But all in all, we had a really good lap, and we were able to hang on to it throughout the whole session.
All right. If you have a question for Tyler, please raise your hand. We'll start up here with John.
John Newby, Savage Ventures. So I was curious, with the practice session and the new tire compound, how noticeable was the fall off from your perspective?
Yeah, it's a lot more than I feel like we've had here in the past. Even last year's tire was a good step to help that, but it really does go away, and it goes away quick. So that will be a handful tomorrow. Qualifying is important, but one lap speed is not really going to be something that I feel like is going to matter much in the race. So obviously with the tire fall off and taking care of the tires, starting up front does help. You're not having to push through the field to try to get to where you're going to run for the day. But yeah, we're going to look back at just some of the things that we did during practice. Honestly, I felt like on our end we were not where we wanted to be the first practice, and starting off the second practice, I think I ran a lap and a half, and I was like, we've got to change a lot, and we made it a lot better. So just proud of everybody on this Beast Camry. They worked really, really hard today to find some handling, find some speed. So I'm just glad that it's nice to get poles. It's nice to have good days. But for us, something that has been happening more times than not recently is having a day that starts off not well, and being able to fight your way through it and make it better by the time the day ends. So those kind of days have been fun. We've had a couple of those already this year.
We'll go to Reed Spencer.
Yeah, Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. You and Bubba went out pretty close together, and it looked like in certain corners he was gaining a little bit on you.
Yeah.
Were you watching your mirrors at all during that lap?
I was, but not in areas that would take away from my lap. I remember going into one, I'm like, dang, I wish he would have gapped himself a little bit more, because I felt like I was messing his lap up for sure. But talking to him after the fact, his focus was to go out and follow me and kind of see what I was going to do and try to mimic it. So it worked for him, but certainly I think he's on the path of getting better at the road courses. He's learning, and if he keeps it up here soon, I'll be having to try to battle him head to head for these poles. So it's been really nice to see his growth and him improve, embrace the way we have to do things and how we learn through our simulator program at Airspeed and in Salisbury. So it's just been nice to see those gains happen. And Riley's going to go through the same process, and he's going to learn and get better as well.
Let's go to Jeff Gluck.
But so were you trying to be the ghost car for
what's holding you back from 5 or 6 screens?
Money.
It's you got 4 if you count the phone. Is there anything else I'm missing?
Not that I can share right now.
That's pretty
it's
crazy.
Proprietary information. Yeah.
Well, everyone behind you can see it, so
that's
yeah.
true.
So I guess it's just me.
I got to watch your in-car cam, man. That's what I got these for.
Oh, how'd it look? Did I miss anything?
Tomorrow, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
Well, what are you using it for today?
Just set up practice.
Yeah.
Practice,
Okay.
You got to get it. You got to get your stuff set
Sorry,
up,
what's your question?
dialed in. Were you being like the ghost car for Riley in the sort of the same way that you sort of were for Bubba? Did you go back out? Were you trying to improve?
I was trying to improve, yes. But that's it kind of just worked out that way, where I gave Riley a ghost car. I didn't get to see how it really helped him or not, but for myself, I felt like I left a little bit on the table, and I wanted to give it a shot at improving. And obviously we didn't, but I still think we learned some things from the rerun, even though we didn't go faster, that can help us maybe tomorrow, maybe the next road course qualifying session we have.
So how much, your tires have probably already dropped off, or are they not falling off as much as people think? Or?
I don't know. We'll see.
Are there any final questions for Tyler? Let's go to Justin.
Sorry, Jeff. Sorry.
Justin Schuler with Athlon Sports. For that 6A turn and the tire pack, it looks
turn
narrow.
7? Yeah, 6A, 7, one or the other. Yeah,
Sure.
I know what you mean.
But like, so our camera angle only comes from corner exit, and it just looks like that tire pack comes right at you. It's very narrow all of a
Oh,
sudden.
no, it's not that bad at all. If it was shaped like that, yeah, we'd be heading right towards it. But yeah, you kind of come out at 6 and straight shot into 6A. That it's honestly kind of fun playing the game of how close you can get to the tire pack before you hit it. I haven't got it yet, so hopefully I don't the rest of the weekend now.
So now how do you prepare for that turn? Because are you like expecting dive bombs during the race, or with it?
I mean, we'll see. I think today will be very telling of what that's going to look like in the Xfinity race later on. But I think you just have to be ready for someone to make a move anywhere around this racetrack. You know, today, I mean, there was sports cars racing a little bit earlier. The sports car challenge was out there a little earlier today. I didn't get to catch a lot of that as we were going over some things for practice, but this layout is fairly new. I don't know if there's a lot of races that have been done on it, so I think everybody's going to be learning. The Xfinity cars are going to go out there and race, and the Cup guys are going to watch that and observe and see what that looks like, how that move looks. I think it's definitely a place where it's going to be really hard for the car on the outside to win if you end up on the outside of 6A or B with the double Fs, so we'll see.
All right, thanks for the time and good luck this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.